Hey everyone, it's me, Tayo, and I'm here with my friends on my island, and we are going to Squeaky Chair. Now, I have to say that I am a little nervous today because we have so much to cover. But that being said, I'm also super duper excited because what we got to cover is some pretty incredible stuff. As you can see today, we have not only one guest, but we have two guests. We've got Tasha and Gladys. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves real quick? This is our first time having two guests on the show. And you, Tasha? It's good to have you both here. We've got so much to cover, because not only are we covering the usual 3 chapters, although sometimes 4 chapters, we're also going to be covering something else. We'll be covering the newest My Hero Academia movie, the World Heroes Mission. What do I think of it? Well, I guess you'll just have to wait to find out. Now we're going to be doing what we normally do on the show and going over the chapters that I missed, and followed by me doing a fresh reaction to the very latest chapter. So then, let's get into it. First of all, we got chapter 331. Okay, so a quick reminder of all the actions in this one. We're in the middle of this life or death battle between Star and Stripe and Shigaraki. Star and Stripe is holding her own, but it looks like she's in trouble now because she tried to apply a rule to Shigaraki, but unfortunately she said, Shigaraki cannot do such and such, and well, he's not exactly Shigaraki anymore, is he? He has now become All for One and Shigaraki, some type of strange fusion, right? So she's trying to figure this out as she flips back onto one of her brother's stealth jets. Or I don't know if it's a stealth jet, it just looks kind of like a stealth jet to me, so... At any rate, Shigaraki is also riding on a stealth jet, to the dismay of one of the pilots. We get a couple pages. I'm not going to go over each individual thing here because, well, it's just a lot of text. Basically going into the details of how Star and Stripe's quirk works. Heh, quirk works. All you need to know is she can apply one rule to anything she touches. However, one rule she always keeps going is her super strength, because otherwise she couldn't really, stand up to Shigaraki. Shigaraki thinks he's pretty tough, like, oh, well, I got a handle on your quirk now. It looks like Star and Stripe is calling in the big guns, because she knows how much of a threat Shigaraki is. Moving on to the next page. Okay, so this is one of the most epic moments in this chapter when basically the rule is the air forms into my shape but 1,000 times bigger. Fist bump to the earth! She's just, you see this massive image of Star and Stripe just being made out of air. Now she's invisible, of course, but it has mass and she wallops Shigaraki with it. Pretty impressive stuff. We can move on to the next page. Oh, and then she claps. She uses her air attack and just claps Shigaraki, and he goes soaring, and damn. That is quite the impressive move there. I mean, seriously, Shigaraki was not joking when he said that her quirk kind of redefines what quirks are. She is basically a goddess. Anyway, he's hurtling towards Earth, and then we move on to the next page, and tough nut to crack. Okay, so she basically tells her brothers in the jets to shoot a bunch of lasers out, and then she applies a new rule. The lasers combine into one. And she just grabs the lasers by her air self, Which, does that mean that she's not applying super strength to herself right now? Because she can only do 2 rolls at a time. And she's got the roll, the lasers combine into 1. She's got her air self holding the lasers. So does that mean she's not super strong right now? And I think it means she's not super strong right now. Because that doesn't make any sense. That's definitely 2 rolls going on right now. So, yeah, it's a good thing Shigaraki is not able to get outdoor because, well, he's being fucking impaled to the ground by the power of Zeus himself! Like, seriously, this massive... Okay, not Zeus, it's not lightning, but this massive laser beam is just pinning him into the sea! It's like roasting his body into nothingness, and how the hell he's able to survive this is beyond me. I don't care if he has hyper regeneration. I mean, how do you survive this? Even with hyper regeneration, this thing, this constant beam is just eviscerating your body. It's melting your body. Like, seriously, what quirks does All For One have mixed inside Shigaraki right now? Because it's just insane. It's just insane all the power that this character has. Like, we're on an entirely different level from where this series started. It's quite amazing. Non-stop blast of maximum lasers. He'll burn away to nothing. If this were enough, then Endeavor could finish the job. Okay, so then we move on to the next page. And we see a cute little... Wait a second. Okay, I'm trying to see what's going on with this guy. So, I'm going to take this page in real quick. I'm so accustomed to your independent ways that I got careless. This stunt will lose you more than just your license. Fine by me. Well, are things ready on your end yet? Sure, a special favor, just this once. And Japan's been informed that the strike is imminent. That's what I wanted to hear. The fact is, your flagrant defiance... What's up with this guy? Is he like a squid? Is he like an octopus guy? An alien guy? Wait a second. Is that Zoidberg from Futurama? No, seriously. Look at this character. I mean, that's obviously more of a mustache than tentacles or whatever. But or whatever Zoidberg's got going on in his face. But he looks like Zoidberg from the back. Wine. Zoidberg! Oh, flibberty-gibberty, my dear lobster. Who needs courage when you've got intercontinental cruise missiles? That's right, we got intercontinental cruise missiles coming in. And at this point, Star is talking about All Might. All Might itself couldn't put a proper end to this villain. Prepare to surpass him, Cassie. Their name is Tiamat. Make sure every last one hits the mark. So yeah, state-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise missiles. You see what I mean when I said that this story is now on a whole other level than where we started? We're taking advantage of a legion of cruise missiles. This is madness. This is... Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so then. That's enough about me talking. What do you two think? Okay guys, it's time to move on to chapter 332, which starts with the flashback of Cassie and her brothers. Haha, just admit it already. You ain't the greatest at boosting your own power star. I'm not going to be reading this entire chapter, but this little flashback here is kind of important, so I might read a little bit of it. You ain't the greatest at boosting your own power star. Though at a glance my quirk seemed capable of anything, there was always a hard limit when it came to powering myself up. No matter what sort of rule I tried, it never worked out just right. Those who know me well would say, at the end of the day, quirks reflect what's on the inside. After all, maybe it's because Cassie is a girl. Cassie is a girl. Cassie is a good girl of mine. That has nothing to do with it, Star. That's just how your quirk is. When it's not enough, use us to pick up the slack. That's how bros roll. These guys are the best bros. I mean, what you're packing is plenty for now, but the problem is you're comparing yourself to All Might. True story, but she's the only one who has a chance of catching up with that big man. Oh man, could you imagine if old school Endeavor heard that? He would be absolutely pissed. I always hated those words, but they never once said that to me. Okay, so we're back to the action here. We got the intercontinental cruise missiles coming in hot. And man, the artwork is beautiful. Just all the shading, the beam in the distance, the missiles are coming in hot. Horikoshi's really going above and beyond with all the detail in this chapter. It's so intense. Okay, moving on to the next page. Okay, the next two pages are pretty much just a big old struggle of Star and Stripe trying to hold down Shigaraki. Roger that, Star. We'll be sure to keep this Hypergen busy while you switch over to the big booms that really bring the pain. Damn it! It's almost like no, couldn't be, and yet she must have a way. A make or break moment for us both. A shitty game of hot potato. Okay, here we go. She's still holding them down with the beam, but remember, she can only apply 2 rules at a time. So if she wants to take advantage of those intercontinental missiles, she's gonna have to, stop doing the air thing or stop doing the beam thing. Okay, next page. Okay, here we go. So she stops holding the beam, she grabs the missiles with her air form, and looks like I really like that Horikoshi puts her rules for her quirk he puts them in special text bubbles and that have stripes on them. Oh, I get it. Star and Stripe. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, special text bubbles, you can always tell when she's setting a rule, so you got to pay attention to those. But yeah, Horikoshi really loving this so far. Okay, so as long as the rule is here, Tiamat is redirected as long as the rule applies to even a single missile. Okay, redirected. What is she up to? State of the art hypersonic intercontinental cruise. Just wow, that's quite the name of an attack, right? I was watching Teching 101's video on this, and he was really impressed by the name of that. Oh, it's not even done yet. I didn't even read the full. Hold on. Let's do this properly. Here we go. State-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise. Punch! That is quite the name of an attack. I'll say that much. But yeah, Tekken 101 was basically saying that I think we got a new badass move that's better than United States of Smash. And yeah, this is pretty impressive. Like, there's no way All Might could do this exact feat, right? All Might's pretty amazing, but Star and Stripe is unbelievable in her own right. So we get a couple pages of the effect of the attack. Not much text to read, honestly. And we get, looks like Endeavor might be arriving on this scene because we get his reaction. Of course, this is a gigantic blast, so obviously it's going to be seen from several miles away. So we're about to see the result of this massive attack on Shigaraki. But if you look, and I didn't even think about this reading this the first time, but Okay, so you look at this massive blast, and you zoom in and you see this little bitty tiny hole in the ground. And you're like, what's that? How did that get there? And if you move to the next page, you see that was a little hole that Shigaraki was hiding in. Hey guys, have you ever seen a Fantastic Mr. Fox? Because that's what I just thought of. I didn't think of it at the time when I was reading this. I thought of this. This reminds me of when butter, buns, and bean, the short, the fat, the lean, the short, the fat, the mean. Is it lean or mean? Whatever. Anyway, basically brought up the fact that they blew up Mr. Fox's house in that movie. It just dug up his tree, blew up everything, and all they could find was a tiny hole that Mr. Fox and his family dug through. And that just reminds me of that movie. That's a great movie. I highly recommend you go out and watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't know why I said go out. Get it streaming, go out and buy a DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, but you gotta watch Fantastic Mr. Fox because that movie is amazing, and I've watched it so many times. Sorry for that tangent, but that's just what this moment reminds me of. We've been trapped before. Dig! Okay, so sorry about that. Getting back to the chapter now. We get this horrifying imagery of Shigaraki bursting out of the ground, just shooting up into the heavens, and he's just this... Oh my gosh, his skin is just peeling off. You can see he has no nose. It's like he has even less of a nose than Voldemort. I didn't even think that was possible. But no, I think he has no nose. He might have a little skin flap left from his nose, like waving in the wind, but he's got nothing. Like, if you were to show, like, if you took this image and you were to just show it to a My Hero Academia fan who hadn't caught up on the manga, like, out of context, I honestly don't think they would be able to tell that this is from My Hero Academia. It looks like it's from a horror manga, doesn't it? Like one of those, just those horror mangas. Anyway, okay, moving on. So, yeah, Shigaraki basically explains that he has perfect control over the decay power. So he just all he had to do was wait for the moment of impact of the missiles, and he just easily decayed the ground underneath him and was able to just go dig in super fast, super deep. And of course that saved him from the blast. But, okay, we're getting closer and closer to the end of this chapter, and it's going to get intense. Here we go. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, so starting support. Okay, here comes Shigaraki. He's jumping on the jets. He's making his way over. Up against anyone but me. That move would have finished the job. But you came up short for once, and you're taking the loss to the grave. Make me and myself make better use of their resources. Soccer to a store. Okay, so at this point in the manga, her brothers are basically like, okay, you still got your big old like wind air form, right? Well, just take it, and he's on our jets. All you gotta do is just smash our jets with your air form, and the resulting explosion will definitely finish him off. And honestly, I gotta say, I am not entirely sure if that would actually work. I have my doubts that would actually work. So, it may actually have not been a bad thing for what's about to happen in the manga. Okay, so she's about to do it. Star and Stripe is about to use her air form to just crush Shigaraki and make him get blown up by the jets in the resulting attack. So let's see what happens, though, in the next page. My craft going boom should blow him to bits. Do it, Star. We see two panels. We see two panels of Star and Stripe here, and she's like, she has a very, very intense look, just like this one here. She's like, okay, intense mode. And then she remembers her brothers and how much they mean to her. And, you know, just thinking about her past and how they're so close. And then her expression changes, and it goes from intense, intense emotion to, hold on, to kind of like, I'm not entirely sure what expression to go with. I'll go with worry here. But yeah, it changes. And the last panel, and this is where it left off last time, is Shigaraki getting his, and I didn't notice this, but he's pretty much fully recovered. Like at this point, he's like, his skin is recovered and he's not like a corpse walking around, right? But yeah, the final panel is him gripping his hand onto Star and Stripe's face. And wow, when I saw that, that was shocking. Guys, what do you guys think of that chapter? Okay, guys, this is it. This is the reason I brought you here. We're going to take bets. What do you think is going to happen here? We're going to take bets. We're betting 1,000 bells on it. Okay, so I am going to say that Star and Stripe gets... I'll say she gets captured. I'll say that she doesn't get her power stolen because that's a complex process, but somehow Shigaraki manages to capture her. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but that's what I believe. I gotta say, I am beyond nervous about what we're about to see. We're about to see the fate of Star and Stripe, the #1 hero in America. Will she be crumbled to dust? Will her quirk get stolen? Will she find some way out of it? Oh, God, I'm just too terrified to do it. I just can't. Look at the next chapter. Okay, calm down, Tayo. Calm down. It's just a manga. It doesn't matter that much. These are fictional characters. Let's just get to the next page. Okay, here we go. This is the finale of the fight between Shigaraki and Star and Stripe. Okay, we're starting with, there's no like chapter page or anything. We're just getting straight to it. Oh boy, I'm looking onto it with my own eyes.
Me? Oh, I'll kill you.
What set me on edge, not like nothing else, was the thought of New Order and One for All colluding. I put a stop to the Safety Commission and got my overseas association to... Oh, wait, what is this? Who's talking here? What set my on edge? I put a stop to the Safety Commission and put my overseas associates... Okay, this is all for one speaking here. Got it. I put a stop to the Safety Commission and got my overseas associates to stir up trouble in order to delay the convergence of foreign heroes upon Japan. I plan to perfect this body and steal One for All before challenging New Order. Oh my gosh. The name of this chapter is Spectre, by the way. I'm scared, guys. I'm really scared. Oh. Well, I'm trying not to look at everything. I'm really trying not to look at everything. I just want to take it in one panel at a time. I'm putting my hands over the screen and everything. One for All. the accumulated power that could foil all my designs. Once it was mine, all the other conspiring forces of the world, including New Order, would have been ants before me. Whether you knew it or not, this most likely unsanctioned, free-spirited early visit of yours was the one scenario I hated to imagine. Okay, moving my hand. But I've won this roll of the dice, USA. Kathleen Bate won't decay. Okay, guys. I don't know if her power was taken. I think her power may have been taken. We're gonna find out, but this is not looking good. Kathleen Bate won't decay. What is going on here? She took the hit for my sake. You total idiot! I'm done for. I exceeded the cap of my endurance boost. I've stolen it! Idiot, you say? I have to agree there. Your body began decaying the moment I absorbed your quirk. New Order requires those verbal commands, so you couldn't protect yourself as it was being stolen. You prioritized saving your own skin and lost everything in the process. This is where it truly begins, Yuichi. The stories I read with you that day. You thought I didn't realize there was more to the story? Wrong! New Order! I knew how it would go, so I chose to stop reading there. The air is... What is going on here? What is going on here? What is... Shock! Shock! So much shock! I have no idea what's going on here, guys. This is fucking insane. This is like a... I wish there was something I could do. No, not laughter. Actually, kind of laughter. But also shock. But also exclamation point. But also confusion. Also bewilderment. Also every emotion in existence. This is insane, guys. I cannot. Oh, but also smirking. Distress. Sneeze. Stare. Sit down.
Let's see. Where should I begin? Is there my new style?
Guys,
Maybe we should scout to
I love My Hero Academia so very much. What I'm seeing,
Where should I begin?
I try not to look ahead in panels because I don't want to, I want to read them in order, take it in the way the author intended. But I couldn't help but see some incredible stuff. Let's read this one at a time. So we see something weird happen here. We see a picture, an image in this panel of Star and Stripe. And then in the second panel, you see Shigaraki and All for One. And the strangest thing is happening, guys. They're dividing. All for One is separating from Shigaraki. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? What did she do? What is going on? Okay, and then the next panel, something freaky's going on with Shigaraki's body. And then in the next panel, he explodes. Excuse me? Could you repeat that? I repeat. Star and Stripe, Shigaraki and All for One, separating. Strange face, explosion. What is happening? Okay. Moving on to the next page. I just had to take that in. Whatever the hell I just took in. Okay. Tamara's bursting apart. What's going on? My quirk are exploding out. Hang on. You think that maybe Star? That's right. There was no time to blow him up with your plane. So I set a new rule at the last second. New Order. Revolt against other quirks. What the heck? He's getting torn up? He's like, did her power get stolen? And she told her power, her quirk, to New Order. Okay, yeah. Her exact rule, everyone. New Order revolts against other quirks. This is brilliant. This is amazing. She basically said, okay, yeah, my quirk can get stolen, but the second it goes inside your body, it will attack every other quirk in there. So that's what's happening. That's... Whoa! That's amazing! Okay, next panel. The worst case would have been dying and having my quirk stolen outright. Sure, it would have been nice to protect my body too, as an added bonus. Too bad. Stopping this global menace in exchange for just my life, it's a small price to pay. Thanks for everything. Star! The backlash against my other quirks, like a cannibalistic invader. This is dire. I can only steal quirks or bestow them. I can't just dispose of one. Oh my gosh, that's fucking right. He can take quirks and he can give quirks. He cannot get rid of quirks. He cannot just be like, quirk, away with you. Get away from me. So basically, guys, what happened here is Star put a quirk inside his body that's basically poison to him. It is, or some type of virus. It's an anti-quirk. It gets in your body and it attacks any other quirks in there. So, confirmed. It is kind of sad that Star and Stripe no longer has her quirk, and it looks like she might be dying too. Wait, is she dead? It looks like she might be turning to dust. Oh man, is Star and Stripe really turning to dust? Oh man, it looks like that's what's happening. That's so sad. I mean, I'm not going to tear up or anything, but in your honor, Star, I shall have my Animal Crossing character tear up. That's just, wow. That's an incredible moment. Guys, let's just hear what you got to say real quick. This is amazing stuff, guys. I mean, no one wanted Star and Stripe to die. I think we all wanted her to get in touch, to, you know, at least have a moment to talk with Deku, because they're such big All Might fans. And it would have been really great for them to, you know, to plan out their strategy together to fight Shigaraki, but it really looks like that's never going to happen, and that's a big disappointment. It looks like All For One was able to prevent that one thing from happening. But, well, if this panel, I'm seeing what looks like deterioration of Star in her cape, and that, I think she's dead, guys. I really think Star is dead. Unlike certain other characters in a certain other manga that I like, Oda, it looks like this character is dead. Okay, Star and Stripe. Moment of silence, guys. Moment of silence for Star and Stripe. Star and Stripe, we salute you. Thanks for everything, Star. This backlash against my other quirks, like a cannibalistic invader. This is dire. Yeah, okay, so he really can't do anything about it. All For One, I don't know, because this can't be the end for Shigaraki, because there's so much more to his story, and he has to fight Deku. So obviously, there's going to be some way of him surviving this. But I don't think he's going to be able to use this quirk. I feel like, I don't know, he might find a way around it, but he may not be able to use this quirk. He might have to just find a way to get rid of it. But this is a brilliant strategy, and I gotta be honest, I can't think of another way that Star would have gotten out of this, especially in that limited amount of time. Really. It's a lot to take in, but at any rate... Okay, I must give it away. The pilots! I'll force it onto one of them! Okay, so he's going to try to give the quirk to one of the pilots. Let's see how that works. Fire! Star's still fighting the good fight inside that scumbag! It's working! He's ready to fall apart! Keep lighting him up, boys! Star's sacrifice isn't going to go to waste on our watch! My reflect quirk has been destroyed! Oh my gosh, guys! Do you realize what's happening here? Not only is Star's New Order quirk destroying, fighting All for One's quirks, it's outright destroying them. That quirk is gone now. His reflect quirk is gone. It's just completely gone. Also, reflect quirk, that makes me think of another character, but we'll get to that later in the video. But yeah, we have Star and Stripe falling to pieces in the air. My reflect quirk has been destroyed. Because you saved me back then, I got to indulge in this lovely dream of mine. Oh no! 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 Don't do this! Maybe if you keep doing this, I might actually cry. Oh, Star and Stripe! Got to indulge in this lovely dream of mine. She's gone, guys. She's definitely gone. Half her face is gone. I just can't believe it. I mean, I thought this was a big possibility, but I really never thought that. Oh. Like one of the greatest heroes of the world just gone. But man, I gotta say, Star and Stripe, she gave him hell. Oh my, this is me returning the favor. Curses! Quickly, damn it! Damn you, Spectre of All Might! Beams on him. Guys, applaud. Applaud. That was beautiful. That was one of the best chapters of a manga I have ever read in my life. That was... Oh, it's so good! It's so good! This is on a whole other level of storytelling right here. I love this. I loved it so much. Whew, we got to get into the chapter review now, but I'm just going to say it, 11 out of 10. Yeah, 11 out of 10. This goes beyond that other chapter I read of One Piece the other day, which I loved. I really loved that chapter, but this is better. That's right, I said this is better. Better than the damn Sanji chapter. This is so good. Like, I didn't see any of this coming. I thought that she'd say something like, my quirk can't be stolen. But this is even better, because her quirk was stolen, but she turned it into an anti-quirk. So cool. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this deserves a little chuckle. Oh my gosh, that was... I enjoyed so much. We're 43... I've recorded 43 minutes of me just going on and on about. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, guys, let's get to chapter review because we still have to cover something else afterwards. Guys, I'm going to make this a quick review. It's got a lot to cover, but I'm going to try to make it quicker because we still have another thing to cover. So I'm just going to ask you guys to say one thing each, and then I'll do my review, and then we'll move on to one last thing, and then end the video. So, what did you guys think? Tasha, I didn't know the animals could give scores, but sure, why not? I don't see why you can't give score. What about you, Gladys? Jeez, Gladys, I guess you were really moved by Star and Stripes' noble sacrifice. Yeah, I was definitely moved too. Not exactly to tears, but I'll use this emote anyway. Oh my gosh, this chapter. Where do I even start? Well, start at the beginning, of course. I was absolutely terrified of what was going to happen with this. Like, I thought that Star was just going to die in a pitiful manner, but we're in good hands with Horikoshi, obviously, and everything's falling off my desk. But we're in good hands with Horikoshi, obviously. The man knows his superhero comics, and wow. I thought at first that there was the rule that she used. The last rule that she used was Kathleen Bate won't decay. I thought that was it. But apparently she used another rule. And this rule was much more important. It would have been nice if she could have saved her life, but what would have been the point if she saved her life and lost her quirk? He would have killed her immediately anyway. So yeah, this is a sacrifice that had to be made. And I really hope that this gives long-term consequences to All for One. I hope he doesn't just be like, well, I lost a single quirk, but that's okay, I've got many more. No, I want him to lose a lot of power from this. Because Star and Stripe's sacrifice should not be in vain. She needs to do major damage to him. And, you know, maybe nerf him a bit so that Deku stands more of a chance. Because obviously with this quirk, Deku wouldn't stand any chance. Like, come on. How do you stand up to that? I mean, Shigaraki could, but I don't know. I just don't see that working out. It looked like All for One's big fear was that she was going to team up with Deku, which would have been interesting, and I wish we got that, but it just wasn't meant to be. But hey, you never know. Maybe we'll get a fun little mini side story where, like a what-if story if Deku and Star and Stripe met up. That would be pretty fun. I would totally enjoy that. But we won't get that. Alright, so yeah, we're moving for the chapter again, and yeah. I've stolen it! Idiot! Idiot, you say! I have to agree! Yes. But yeah, the second that his body was exploding, like, I could not believe that. I really could not believe what I was seeing. Like, how could she do that much damage to him? And then when it was revealed what rule she used, oh yeah, that was a crowd-pleasing moment. Take that, All for One, you sack of shit! You sack of shit! And look at this. You can tell, even though he doesn't have eyes, you can tell that he is terrified. He's like, oh shit. Like, oh shit, what is this thing doing in here? I don't like this. Stop attacking my quirks. But yeah, Star and Stripe is a badass. She had All for One shaking in his boots. She attacked him to his very core, his very essence.
Who should go?
Like, who else can say that? Not even All Might can say that. All Might damaged him. He basically broke his head, but his upper face, but damn. And lots of other parts of his body, obviously, but damn! To attack his very essence of his quirk itself? Like, that's just amazing. Whoa! And at this point, he's trying to, All for One's trying to give it to the pilots, and the pilots are having none of it. They're like, yeah, how about no? How about we say fuck you and shoot you with lasers, you fucking asshole? So they're not making it easy for him to pass the quirk to someone else. Oh no, but isn't Endeavor in the area? Oh geez, I didn't even think about that. I think we try to pass it to Endeavor? That would be crazy. Oh man, that would basically kill Endeavor. I don't like. I saw Endeavor somewhere in this chapter. Hold on, let me check that. Or was it the last chapter? I saw Endeavor somewhere. I think it was the last chapter. I don't know what Endeavor's location is. I think he's on his way to meet up with Star and Stripe. So, I don't know. What if Endeavor gets there and that quirk gets passed to Endeavor? But, like, it would absolutely just keep attacking, wouldn't it? I don't know. But either way, what a finale. What an absolute crazy finale for Star and Stripe here. Just, oh, Horikoshi, man. You just blew my mind. Like, I thought I knew everything that this man could pull off. And then he just pulls off one of the greatest finales to any fight I have seen in shonen history. This is just, I don't know. Maybe there's going to be like other people that review this chapter and like, it wasn't that great. This is an unoriginal idea, but I really don't think so. I was impressed with it. I enjoyed it. I gave it a high score, even though I don't score every chapter. But man, we've been getting some really good chapters lately in Shonen Jump, haven't we? That's Shonen Jump. You're spoiling us. I should read Dr. Stone. I've never read Dr. Stone. I've only watched the anime, but I hear it's coming to a finale soon. So yeah, maybe I'll read Dr. Stone at some point. Get caught up on that before it ends. But yeah, and oh my gosh, this imagery. I love this imagery we get to see inside Shigaraki or inside All for One, and just New Order is just going berserk. It's this like striped monster that's just wrecking havoc inside All for One. It's just like he's got all these quirks. Like it looks like he's got dozens, if not, who knows how many quirks he has. But he's got all these quirks. He's represented by shadows, and they're all attacking. But it's a pitiful effort. It looks like they're little fleas compared to New Order. So yeah. It is always nice to see All for One taken down a peg, because he's a smarmy bastard. He really is. He thinks he knows everything, like, I have backup plans for backup plans for backup plans. But in the end, no matter how much of a monster he is, at the end of the day, he's only human and he has his limits. And to see him being humiliated like this, oh my gosh, shaking your boots, All for One. Shaking your boots indeed. And at that point, and you see All for One be like, Kathleen Bate! She has royally fucked this guy over, and he knows it. And he's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. And he's like, I need to pass it to a pilot now. And they're like, no, laser beams. But yeah, and you get to see this heart-wrenching moment at the end of the battle where she's just thinking back to how All Might saved her life, and even though she's dying here, she finally was able to repay him with her life, just really destroying who knows how many quirks inside All for One, nerfing the bastard. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to use her quirk either. Just, what a noble sacrifice. I love Star and Stripe. She's just an amazing character, and even though she didn't stay in the series for long, the way it ended, I'm satisfied. I really am satisfied. And the best part at the end of the day, in that last panel where you see that she's decaying and she's going away, she has a smile on her face, just like what All Might would do. Oh man, I almost cried there. Almost a little bitty tear there. Little bitty tear there. There's no little bitty tear emote, but you know, just picture one. Yeah, you see that drop on my eye? Just picture that. That I got a little teardrop there. But yeah, that's the chapter. Whoa! Just hold on. Oh my god. Where is it? Stupid thing. Whoa, guys. That was a bit too much for me. I think my voice is going to go out. I've been recording this for 15 minutes, and we got more to cover. That's right. There's one more thing I want to cover. Phenomenal chapter. I'm raising my score to 20 out of 10 because I can do it. New Order. The score will reach infinity. Infinity out of 10. Just real applause. Real, not Animal Crossing applause. Real applause for me. I can't do it too loud because my roommates are probably trying to sleep by now, but real applause. Horikoshi, I love you, man. Fantastic work. Now let's talk about something that's not so fantastic from My Hero Academia. the new My Hero Academia movie, World Heroes. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I paid the ticket. I'm glad I paid the admission to get in to see this movie. And they even give you a nifty little booklet. I'm going to do a little video recording. I'll put that in later. But yeah, so I'm going to take a look at this booklet. So you'll forgive me if I do less emotions. But yeah, we got, it even does the usual, the world of quirks, the child of light, blah, 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 blah. We got to explain My Hero Academia again. But yeah, it's a nice little book you get for going to the movie. It's got lots of sketches, lots of concept art for the different stealth suits the characters have. Ooh, I'll get to the stealth suits, everybody. So yeah, taking a little break from the emoticons on Animal Crossing. I'm looking at the book, so you forgive me. Got Rhodey Soul. Ooh, I'll get to him. But yeah, I really like all the designs. Rhodey has a lot of character. I'm just looking through the book real quick, and then I'll talk about the movie. Burnin. I really like Burnin a lot. She's cute. Fleckturn. I'll talk about Fleckturn in a minute. These Serpenters. Leviathan. Leviathan looks like a damn Spawn character. Barros. Oh boy. Rogan. I don't even know what that guy's name was. They got an interview. Got more sketches of different characters. There's a story. I'm not going to read the story. The story's short, but it really just comes down to them doing stuff at the airport, deciding on seats, and getting their tickets. And oh dang, I didn't notice that at the end of this. There's a nice little silvery little back cover that shows Deku. Thanks for paying attention to even a part like this. But spoiler alert, it delves into the contents of the new movie, so I suggest you read it after you watch it. But yeah, World Heroes Mission. Okay, let's get into it. I'm putting the little booklet down here. I'll refer to it if I have to. So, what did I think of the movie? Well, I already told you kind of, but I'll say again. I liked it. I think it was good for what it was. That being said, there's a lot of things I didn't like about it. Like the fact that there wasn't... For a movie called World Heroes, and I'm kind of stealing a few things from Tekken 101 here, but it doesn't make this any less true. For a movie called World Heroes, there weren't a lot of world heroes in it. There were several scenes. It was like, oh, this character in Egypt, and this character in whatever, or all these other countries, and Class 1A is spread out across the world. And now the concept is really good for a movie. Like, who wouldn't want to see Class 1A go all over the world and, worldwide adventures, fighting different villains and cool. But that being said, that's not exactly what we get. What we get is basically a road trip movie. That's right. You heard me right. A road trip movie between Midoriya and this new character called Rhodey Soul. And Rhodey Soul is a fun character. There wasn't a single scene in this movie where it was like, Rhodey Soul, oh, I hate this guy. I don't like Rhodey Soul. He's just this fast-talking, fast-moving, I wouldn't call him a thief. He wouldn't be a thief. He'd be more like just a delivery boy. He's a delivery boy. Just delivering illegal goods around to make money. We learn more about his backstory later. Should I get into spoilers? This movie's been out for like a week now, or maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been out for about. Yeah, this movie's been out for about 2 weeks now. So, but yeah, so it starts and. They're looking into this evil organization, and oh my gosh, guys, it starts with like one of the craziest scenes. I was absolutely shocked at this. It starts with basically this. It starts with a bunch of people dying. It starts with an entire city of people dying because this stuff called Trigger. Now, if you've read the My Hero Academia Vigilante, you'll know about this drug called Trigger. You inject it and your quirk just goes crazy. It just goes berserk, and and you're just, whoa, I'm super strong. I don't get often a chance to whip out that emotion. But it just makes your quirk go nuts. Like, so like if you got a fire quirk, you'll just explode. Or like if you got like spikes that come out of you, spikes will shoot out from all over your body and just maybe even kill you. So yeah, that's what happened. So many people die in that segment. And it's done to establish the villains, but it goes a bit too far in my opinion. But anyway, so Deku and all these heroes are going around trying to stop these people. And the story starts with Deku and a group going to their different bases, and they got their stealth clothes on, which is what you see in all the advertising material. And yeah, I gotta say, I was kind of disappointed in those clothes. I mean, they look cool. I actually like the way they look. But the problem being that, unfortunately, they only wear it at the beginning of the movie. Like, you think it would come back at the end, like maybe use it again. They're trying to sneak into the headquarters at the end of the movie. But no, they never bring it back for the rest of the damn movie. It's just in the beginning. It's like Horikoshi was like, oh yeah, guys, we're going to design. Now, I don't know how much he was involved with the movie, obviously, but still, I feel like he at least designed these. And he probably was like, oh yeah, guys, we're going to show off these new stealth outfits that they get for the stealth operation. And then they go in and yeah, it's going to be really cool, guys. You just wait and see. And then, like I said, they go in, they go into this cult place and they don't find anyone. They're abandoned. So I guess you could say the mission fails right away. So really, the stealth gear wasn't that important in the first place, or at all. Hey, Zosalet's playing Animal Crossing. That's what I'm playing too, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, they end up going through there with the stealth stuff. Doesn't make a difference. And then, turns out, they moved all their stuff. So I'm going to try to... I don't want to go through the entire movie. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a... just kind of a synopsis of the beginning, just so you know where it goes. And so it's mostly Deku hanging out with this guy named Rhodey. What's his name again? Rhodey Gold or something dumb like that. Rhodey. Where's his stupid page? Rhodey Soul. Okay, I knew it was a dumb name like that. Rhodey Soul. But yeah, I don't want to get into too much spoilers. But I'll just say that Rhodey and Deku spend a lot of time together, like way more time. Deku spends way more time with Rhodey than he spends with Bakugo and Shoto in this damn movie. And by the way, in all the advertising, it shows Deku, Shoto, and Bakugo. They're the main focus. And Bakugo and Shoto do play a major role. I absolutely can't deny that, but they are not in this movie as much as Rhodey is. I like Rhodey. He's a nice character, and his little bird character, his little bird friend Pino, is also cute. And I don't have anything against Pino. I like him too. But very cliche plot, in my opinion. Very cliche plot. The whole, there are bombs planted all over the world, and we have to get the USB hacking key to the firewall place and plug it in to stop the thingy from exploding and killing everyone. I wish they'd pull an Ozymandias from Watchmen and just fuck with the heroes and be like, you only have 24 hours. And then be like, just kidding, you have 5 minutes. We win, everyone dies. Just go boom. But no, instead we get the usual, they tell the heroes how much time they have and they do the thing and they win. Is it really a spoiler for me to tell you that they win? They win. It's a My Hero Academia movie. You really think someone's gonna die here, or is this, it's like something big is going down? It's a My Hero Academia movie. No. Probably the biggest thing that happened in a My Hero Academia movie was introducing Rebecca Shields or whatever her name was to give Deku that accessory stuff. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up about my feelings about the movie by talking about the action scenes. They're fucking stupid. Now, I think they were shot well. They did a lot of flipping throughout 3D environments, which kind of got on my nerves a little bit, but I think the action was pretty good. But why I say they're bad is because they take the violence a bit too far, in my opinion. You see, one thing about violence in these shows is it has to be believable that a hero will win. I swear to you, I saw Bakugo get like impaled by these damn blades like 15 times. I'm probably exaggerating. I'm sure I'm exaggerating here. But I swear he just got nailed by these blades over and over and over again. Impalement after impalement after impalement. And Bakugo just keeps getting up. His legs are fine. His arms are fine. He's getting hit all over these places. Blades are going in, coming out. I'm like, okay, well, Bakugo is going to have a really hard time. Forgive me if I borrow something that the pitch meeting guy says on YouTube. Wow, it's going to be it's going to be super hard for Bakugo to pull out a win against this blade guy. Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he just does it. What do you mean he just does it? He just does it. He just wins. But he's been impaled several times. Yeah, well, he's the main hero, so he has to win. Well, don't you think that's a little strange? Listen, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back for this thing if we're gonna make this anime movie. Okay, let me get off of that then. Love pitch meetings, great stuff. But yeah, so that was my biggest problem. Shoto's fight wasn't that hard. He was fighting a big guy, but the big guy wasn't pounding him, impaling him as much as was happening in Bakugo and Deku's fights. You go over to Deku, and I really thought they did a terrible job of his battle against Fleckturn. And Fleckturn wasn't even that interesting of a villain. Like, you go to the previous movie, which is my favorite My Hero Academia movie. That movie is fucking amazing. Heroes Rising. That's what it was. Oh my gosh. And sorry I'm using like the emotions lately. I'm really getting into the damn movie. But yeah, so Heroes Rising was so good. Like, because it showed all of Class 1A and they all had a crucial role to play, and everything they did felt important. And it just doesn't in this movie. Really, it came down to just Deku putting a damn USB drive in a computer. That's all it came down to. And that's just lame. But yeah, Fleckturn, I thought he was a dumb villain. And honestly, I don't really care. He didn't have to be a great villain. If his fight with Deku, was, just had to be a good fight, and it just had to have a lot of... The setup just had to be really great for his fight. Because think about it. When you look at... in the first movie, the Two Heroes movie, we had Deku teaming up with All Might. That's all you needed. Deku teaming up with All Might, which didn't happen on the show. That was your big thing. That was the big thing that everyone wanted to see in that movie. Okay, we got to see Deku team up with All Might in this big battle. That was fun, like that. Didn't think the villain was that great, but at least the concept was good. That's really all you need to have. And then the second movie, you got to see all of Class 1A take on this group of villains, and all those villains were established beforehand. It was like, okay, you got the hair chick, you got this Chimera guy, he's pretty cool. And then, at the end, they all team up, and they all play a crucial role. I thought the writing was phenomenal in that movie. And in this movie, it's down to Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku. And Bakugo and Shoto weren't even in most of the movie. And the villains that they fight just show up at the very end, and they're fighting them. Bakugo's fight was so dumb. He just gets... I hate to go over the same shit, but he just kept getting impaled over and over again. And he's like, I'm going to win because I want to do it! It's not out of character for him, but I really wanted to see, I think he planted some bombs in the pillars. I'm having some trouble remembering what he did. I think he planted some explosives all over, and he caused a pillar to fall on him or something like that. It was a nice tactic, but it wasn't that impressive. Not as impressive as Shoto freezing the inside of this Chimera while all his classmates are preventing this guy from escaping. That was so cool. Or Tokoyami, Nina taking down the hair lady in the darkness with dark shadow and acid combination. They did really clever stuff in that movie, and I respected the hell of that movie, and I still do to this day. in this movie, it just didn't put enough effort into its fights. Shoto's battle was just like, I'll use my fire and I'm stronger now, and he won. And Deku's was the most frustrating battle of all. When it was basically like, my flick turn was like, my quirk reflects any attack used against me. And Deku's like, well, I'll just attack you harder. Okay, now take what I just said, and I want you to repeat what I just said for about 15 minutes. I think that's how long it felt. Of just that. Deku punches. Flecturn's like, you can't stop me. I reflect your attack. And Deku's like, I'll do it again, but stronger. And then it's like, Flecturn's like, you can't do that. My power reflects you. It's like a couple of kids. It's seriously like a couple of kids, doing an imaginary battle where they're like, well, I've got a barrier that reflects your attack. Oh, yeah, well, I've got one for all. And it's more powerful than that. Oh, nuh-uh, uh-huh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, uh-huh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, uh-huh. And it just goes on and on and on. It's so bad. It's so bad. And when I was watching it, not even when I was watching it, I knew that this battle was dragging and that it was just not that good. That being said, the United States World Smash, pretty good name for an attack, and it was a nice callback to All Might's attack against All for One, but just... This movie could have been so much better. The concept was there. It just... Too much focus on Rhodey Soul, man. Rhodey Soul! His quirk was his bird! There we go. Spoiler for you. His quirk was his bird. Sorry. It's just, It could have been better. Here's hoping if we get another My Hero Academia movie, and we probably will, because we got like a couple seasons left. Maybe 3 or 4 seasons left. Who knows? Who knows how much this is gonna... How much further this is going to go, but yeah, I've been going on and on for this for too long. I'm going to stop talking now. If you're a fan of My Hero Academia, you've already seen this movie, or you're going to go see it, and I'm not going to dissuade you from going to see it. It's worth it to get the nice little concept book alone. This is a nice little thing. It's got a lot of pages in it. It's got a little story. It's cute. I love it. Do more of this. I wish I got this for Heroes Rising. That's what Heroes Rising needed. It was a great movie, but it would have been cool to have this sketchbook. To have those cute little kids inside. And 9, I guess. But yeah, that's my opinion on My Hero Academia. Heroes World Mission. Go see it if you're Go see it if you're a My Hero Academia fan. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Just don't go in expecting it to be, better than the last 2 movies, because it isn't. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I'll let these 2 ladies have the last word. Okay, guys, what did you think of the movie? And take us out.
오늘이 마음이 가슴을 밀으즈. 그가 승승 상승 소리야 승승.